Hey there guys, how you doing? Tori here, the Geelong-Flipper, your Uncle Flip, coming to you live and direct from, well, Geelong. I wish I was on the beach that's behind me, if there is a beach. I don't know. I found my old green screen that I used to have a long time ago. I spilled a coffee or something on that bit there, so that will destroy the illusion the whole way through. But I'm at home, I'm not at the offsite today, and I just... You guys know I'm silly, so I just thought for a bit of fun I would just pop the green screen here. But also I think this was also something quite important to me that I wanted to do today, and that is to acknowledge you guys. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be going through, I need to log on to YouTube Studio. I'm going to be looking at some comments that are on there live, so it's unfiltered, unedited. Also, I'm going to be addressing some questions that, or rather a question in particular that I was asked, and it's a really good question. I've got the two screens behind me, thanks to Black Eye Joe, and so we're going to be dealing with some of the stuff on that screen, and then I'll look back at you. So just be aware, I've got two screens behind you. You guys know the setup because you see me on the live streams. I just wanted the green screen for a bit of silliness and to see if it actually worked. All right, so first things first, guys, let's just play our music and see our beautiful channel members. Tori here.
Your Uncle Flip.
Geelong-Flipper. Hey guys, Tori.
Your mate Tori.
The Geelong-Flipper here.
Geelong-Flipper.
Me, Tori.
Tori here.
Tori here, the
Geelong-Flipper.
How you doing? Okay, I hope that your weekend is doing well and that you're getting sales. For some of you, this will be a Saturday video. Channel members do get these a little bit earlier, guys, just so as you're aware of that, if you do want to join the channel membership and just get early access. I'm also thinking I'll be incorporating some other videos for channel members too. They are non-reselling related videos, so if you're not watching this for anything but op shopping, thrifting, me chewing on toasties, you don't have to get a channel membership at all. If you do, I'm going to start doing little bits and pieces, observations, talking about stuff I might have watched. And yeah, I'll put it there. That way it's not sort of messing stuff up for everyone. Okie dokie. So first things first, we've got the screens in front of me here. And the first thing I'm going to deal with is a question, guys. That was from Dreamer Suze. Thank you so very much for sending this one through, Suze. Just for the Q&A, which is what this is about today. It's just a very general conversation. It'll be even funnier if the green screen falls off behind me. But knowing what you know now, what are the absolute top 3 things you'd do differently from the very start with selling on eBay full-time? It's a bloody good question. And I think a lot of people deal with it, a lot of reseller YouTube accounts, they do deal with it because it's a learning process from the very start, guys. And things, when you get started, are a bit scary, a bit overwhelming, and you're always thinking to yourself, well, what am I doing? How do I do this? What about postage? Is this a right thing to buy? Is this a wrong thing to buy? How much should I sell it for? I'll look online and I'll follow what someone else is telling me to do. And there's all this stuff that goes through your head. So look, the top thing I would do in hindsight is learn how to check sold comps better. I didn't really know how when I started, and I was basically just looking at stuff thinking, would I like that? Yeah, okay, I'll get it. Oh, they're throwing that out. If I offer them money, maybe I can have it. Yeah, I got it. You guys saw my offsites filled with stuff. So I think, Suze, with sold comps, they would have been a lifesaver for me if I'd really known how to do them much earlier. I was still getting sales, and encouraging amount of sales, but I was accumulating the horrific death pile that you see at the offsite. So I think if you are getting into reselling and you really want to move forward with that, learn how to do sold comps. Now, interestingly enough, before I did this video today, I was reading a post by a popular Australian, well, we say popular, they've got tens of thousands of subscribers. And I was reading a post that they put about average sale. And people were saying no, including our very own Michelle was saying, well, no, that isn't quite right. He was saying, like, things have to have an average sale price. I think from memory, it was something along the lines of $40 or something. I can't quite remember. and people were pushing back, and the content creator was arguing with them and belittling their opinions. Far out. It amazed me. It's like these people are taking the time to actually reach out to you and say, hey, this works for me. And he's just like in one comment one time, all he wrote was, whatever. You're a man or a teenager, whatever. Anyhow, so what I would say, guys, if you're getting started, and I started this channel to teach people who are low on cash how to make a little bit of extra money. Now, for me, as long as you're picking stuff that sells, and that's the thing, I wasn't doing well. I was making mistakes with my purchasing, but I don't care if you're getting stuff for 50 cents and you're selling it for $10 and you're charging postage, then good on you and God bless you, because it is about making money. Now, buying crap is not about making money. It's about losing money, and it's sitting at your house or in your garage or in a, baby warehouse. So that's one of the things I would most definitely do to learn from my own mistakes that I made getting started. Now, for those of you who are new, just to let you know, I can't show you at the moment. Can I? Do I have an iPad around here or something? Where's my iPad? Oh, it's here. I'll just bring it up. Apparently I'm going to watch something while I'm at it too. Let's get rid of that before I get demonetized. What was I watching? Oh, YouTube Shorts. Shush. Okay. It's a professional show. I can tell you that right now. Start off with one, putting a green screen behind me for a bit of fun, and secondly, just, playing random music. I'm bringing up my eBay stuff here. Now, just to let you know, anything that is like, this is a blue screen that I'm going to be running. Stuff that is blue will probably look see-through. I can't help that. But there you go. You can see that nice and clearly. It's $20,249 is my 90-day total. When I first started showing this about 6 months ago, it was 4,700 and something from memory. You can go back and check if you want. And that's just to quantify and qualify. I've currently got over 3,000 items in my store, and sometimes I don't get a sale for a day or two. So bear in mind that my channel is based on honesty. Am I making enough money to live? Yes. Do I make a lot of money? No. Can I pay my bills and my mortgage and put food on the table? Yes. Do I live by myself? No. I live with my the love of my life, Ali. So there are shared expenses, which takes some financial pressure off me. And, she's also a full-time reseller. So there is no guaranteed income coming into the house. It's both of us doing our thing. And yeah, when Wonder Twins combined, we probably are making a modest weekly income. Do I have other revenue streams? Yeah, I write books. I've got 11 books on Amazon. So look up Tori Favreau if you want to read one of them. But that pays very, very, very little. Kindle doesn't pay much, and it's about to pay less. They're changing the amount of royalties on certain books. So at the moment, the Australian market doesn't appear to have been affected, but I'm playing a wait-and-see game. So yes, the majority of my income is, except for when you got your channel memberships, earn me a little bit of money. That's why I do promote them, because it takes some financial strain off and it lets me create more content. I popped that up on the thing on YouTube the other day. Anyone on the border of committing to a channel membership, I think the cheapest one is $1.49. All it does is help your creators, like support your content creators. Doesn't have to be me. You've got someone on YouTube that you really enjoy, and you're in a position to support them. Whether it's just a like and a comment, comments help the algorithm a lot. So yeah, support the people that you enjoy watching by commenting on their stuff, and it pushes it out to more people, helps the channel grow. So yeah, reselling is my primary source of income, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So here's another thing I would have done now. So first things first, the first thing would have been, and I know you guys know I waffle, so I'm going to go all over the place, but I will come back to where we're at. And just if you are new, I've got a touch of the autism, so every now and then my brain jumps around, okay? But It's not that I make I do make bad decisions, but not because of that. It just means my brain jumps all over the place, and sometimes I have to like stop and go, hey, what part of you's doing that talking? You know what I mean? So Suze, absolutely could not recommend highly enough learning how to do sold comps properly. I didn't know, and I would just look at stuff and say it's cool, and I'd buy it. Thank God a lot of other people agreed with some of the stuff I thought was cool, but just as many didn't think it was cool. So, for example, I bought a lot of Enid Blyton books. I love them, and the right ones will sell, but a lot of them haven't. So that's something to be mindful of. But getting back just quickly to those books and lower end items. See, like I said, it's a bit of a whirligig, guys. So I do apologize, but it's just me, and this is my vlog, and you guys are here and my family, my little Flipper family, #FlipFam. So just put up with me, all right? Because my intentions are pure, and the advice I'm giving is based on my own experience. 52-year-old Australian reseller, and I've been selling on eBay on and off for over 27 years. So I've probably been selling on eBay longer than some of these content creators have been alive. Something to think about. It doesn't mean that I'm not the best at all, but I have enough life experience to be able to throw stuff at you. And I think I'm old enough to not care if I make myself look foolish if it helps other people. So we are very open and honest. Stay where you are, backdrop. Okay. Oh, there's a shadow. That'll show up. That's the light on the other side. I think, yeah, it's not being scared to be vulnerable and be honest. And I do think that that's something that we can bring into our selling as well. Being honest and saying when we don't know something, because someone else might. Putting it out there to others, letting them know what you do, that you're a reseller. I think that is, Suze, I think that's another one of the ones, networking, reaching out to people early on in the piece saying, hey, this is me, this is what I do, this is what I'm after. Can I help you? What are you after? What do you sell? Networking is vital. A lot of people think I'm a reseller and everyone is against me, and this is particularly in getting started. I hope that channels like this are helping you realize we are a family, we are a community. At least the Geelong-Flipper family is. I can see it was surprising reading through this YouTuber's comments. There is, I think, just people are getting sick of being treated like dollar signs, or dollars, whatever. But yeah, be a community that reaches out to each other. Be a community that helps each other. For example, you might go, here's an example. This is, I know that Rylan, Rubber Duck Rye channel member, sells mugs, and I know he sells ties. Now, I don't do it with the mugs because they're heavy, but if I go into an Oppo, and I only sell a couple of ties, if I go into an op shop and I see that they're $1 each, which often they are, I will literally phone him up and I'll say, hey mate, do you need more ties? Do you need more stock? What can I get for you? And I'll buy out the op shop. I've spent, like, at times, I think there's been moments where we have spent, $50 or $60 in the op shop, and I've bought out every tie they had and popped them into a postal box, and I mailed them to him. Instant stock that he didn't have to get because he can't source ties as cheaply where he lives. Other resellers look out for me, or look after me, and with the stuff that I'm after, like one of my friends, Daniel, the Daniel table, like he'll look out if he sees golden books and stuff like that. I don't sell as many now because I've literally got hundreds of them, but he always looks out for little bits and pieces like that. He and I sell a lot of the same stuff though, so it is difficult. I love it when you guys find plushies and you tell me about it, or where to look, what's going on, just network and build a community. Build a community with your op shops too. Look, there will be some that don't like the fact that you're a reseller. Bad luck. Be proud of who you are. There's nothing wrong with it. You're keeping stuff out of landfill. You're keeping something going. You're providing for your family, and that's all that matters, providing for yourself. Some people can't do regular jobs because they're neurodivergent. And if you don't know what that means, it just means they've got something going on in their head that they can't work a regular job, but they want to work. For me, it's like, I can work a regular job, but I invariably get frustrated by it. The only one time I didn't get frustrated with it was when I worked at one of Australia's biggest big box retailers, and because of all the technology there, I loved it. Totally nerded out, spazzed out. It was crazy. Kind of weird though, because everyone else there was a lot younger than me, and you know, sometimes you'd have to deal with people going, oh, because you're older, you mustn't know how to do stuff, both staff and customers. And I was like, you MF, I know how to do more than you guys do put together. Been around longer. I saw when the shit was first made. But I love reselling. I love working for myself full time. I love writing my books. And I do love all the things that do present themselves by reselling. And I think if you are ready to resell and you've done your figures, talk to a financial person, then embrace it and go for it. It's so, so rewarding. I love it. So that's another thing, Suze. If I could have done differently from the very start with reselling on eBay, I would have started doing it full-time ages ago. So my advice with there is, this is all personal, more emotional advice, I think, but don't put off chasing your dreams. Don't let other people put off chasing your dreams. You're an adult or a young person, and you've done your figures, and what you've done is right for you. Chase it. Don't care what other people think. I worried for ages that, you know, my mum and dad, well, mum's not with us anymore, but, you know, dad still is. I don't know how to do past tense, present tense, but quite conservative. And it was so funny. I was like nervous about telling them that I'd gone full time, and I eventually did. And it's funny because, you know, I'm in my 50s, and well, mum was in her 70s and dad's 69. And I was like, you know, I'm now selling stuff on eBay full time. She knew I was doing it part time, but she asked how my job was going, and I had left. And I was doing the whole full-time thing. I should have done it ages ago, and I definitely don't think I should have been scared to do it. I do find that if people who love you, when you tell them what you're doing, they will tend to keep a bit of an eye out. It's cool. People you love will keep an eye out for you and let you have their treasure sometimes, or stuff that they were going to take down to the Oppo. They go, hey, I'm actually going to donate this. Do you want it? I'm like, yes, please. Sometimes you won't want it. Sometimes it's not worth it. And you just explain, be open and honest, and explain why it's not in your purview to sell. Not everything will be. So, yeah, that would be another thing, networking and starting early. I'm probably going to give you more things that I would have done differently, Suze, and guys who are watching, just because you think of things and we're spitballing and we're just having a bit of a chat session. So, yeah, definitely I suggest that start as soon as you feel that you are able to and as soon as you are ready. And if you're unencumbered by certain things, do it anyhow. Get yourself an ABN. Do it all. If you're really going to have a crack at doing it full time, set yourself up properly with an ABN. Make sure you're claiming everything. Make sure you're doing your tax. You don't want to get caught out. There are certain thresholds for hobby businesses, though I do believe they are changing. And I do believe with this financial year being the, well, we're just finishing up the 24-25 financial year, but I believe that what we do is something that the ATO may be targeting. So make sure your books are in order, particularly if you are making decent cash, which I really hope you are. What's some other things? Sourcing, finding, basically, yeah, mainly the main one was checking sold comps properly. And the other thing that I wish I did better was having a bit more financial literacy. I struggle with some of aspects of my bookwork, and there's plenty of free resources for that. The way I learn is a little bit messed up sometimes, in that when I hear stuff like that, I do go a little bit la la la, because I can't cope with it. So that is something to bear in mind, that if you know a little bit more about what you're doing with your taxes and everything else, that can be a game changer as well. Other things, yeah, it's just so networking, starting earlier. Don't live your life and your dreams, not someone else's, because what they want for you may not be what's right for you. And my folks were very big on, they worked for the government for most of their lives, you know, working for 20 odd years or 20, 30 years for Centrelink, which, you know, it's not easy work at all. And my respect goes out to everyone. It helps our country function. But I worked for Centrelink for 9 months, and I found it not their fault, just the way my brain worked. It was emotionally breaking me. I worked on a call center for, at that time, the family hotline, and we'd be helping people with their finances and other bits and pieces. But the amount of abuse they got on the phone, I got on the phone, you'd sometimes leave like PTSD from bloody working on a call center. I should have been doing this ages ago. I should have been really committing to it 27 years ago when I was selling stuff. And I was selling a lot of stuff, but I was still working a regular job as well. I was just doing it for pocket money. Basically, I liked having all sorts of video games and toys and stuff like that. And I didn't feel fair that I'd be taking them out of the family budget to buy it when we had a young family growing up. So I started hunting for things to buy for the family out of it, and also that I could have the toys that I wanted, but we couldn't afford regularly. So that's what I did. I love this question. I do think that I'll need to come back and deal with it a bit more. Maybe I should have taken some notes, but I believe that if I answer questions the way I am now, silly green screen aside at the back of me, I think you're going to get a more honest, unfiltered answer, and I may not cover all the topic points that you want me to. That's just bad luck. If I come to them later, I'll jump back to them. So I just love the fact that that was the question asked. There is a lot that has changed. And the final one I should have actually said, and I will say now, because I have developed an intolerance for some of the stuff that happens in the YouTube community. I'm really proud of what we've done. I'm going to pat myself on the back, but more importantly, I'm going to pat you guys on the back. I really don't like a lot of the stuff that's happening at the moment in the YouTube reseller community. It's not everyone, but they're people who have got great reach. At the end of the day, we all do have agendas, okay? Just bear that in mind when you're listening to anyone doing this sort of thing. My agenda is about building a community that's filled with honesty and integrity, right? And that is my primary reason for doing YouTube, to share the adventures, let you learn from my mistakes, and I'll try to make money reselling as I do. But at the same time, I have side agendas, like, I promote myself online as an author to sell my books. I try to build a good, solid community that, primarily, that is a safe space for all of us here, okay? Because I won't tolerate the rubbish. And I do want people to learn from my mistakes and my wins, and I want you to share your wins. But at the end of the day, some of these resellers now, all of a sudden these things like, oh, I'm now selling a course. And the terms of success within that course are so ambiguous and so easy to achieve that there's no way that anyone's going to fail the course to become a top-rated seller in 1 year. You just should be one. That's one of the criteria to determine that it was a success. Getting X amount of sales. Stuff like that bothers me. There's an American guy who I used to enjoy watching. He's developed software, and good on him. I believe that some of my viewers do use this software, but everything in the video now relates more to how this software performs, as does the fellow who's doing the $450 course. It seems that all of his videos are geared toward you pushing the button on the $450 course. I'm finding that some resellers, I don't know. Look, I don't give the best of advice either. I know that. But I tell you before I do it, it's like, okay, this worked for me. Okay, try it if you want. Try it if you want. If it works for you, good, and I'll be so pleased because I want you to win. But check up on what I'm saying before pulling the trigger and doing it, We don't want that for ourselves. We don't need that for ourselves. So I would say watch a lot of reseller content, and I do mean that. Watch my content, and I do mean that. Helps me. But in helping me, it helps you. we're trying to build a community. We've got the Facebook group, Geelong-Flipper family, and it's already going well. We've got over 100 members just then. Channel member Flooded by Flipper, Mel, just texted me before and said, hey, we just cracked 100. Awesome. So good. I'm so proud of everyone. You know, we've got over 2,100 viewers now. So this will really show how old this is, depending on when you're watching it. Today's date being the 17th of May, 2025. Just that would be another one of the things what I would have done differently. I, in the early days, did watch almost non-stop the person selling the courses videos, and I got value out of them, and occasionally I still do. Occasionally a nugget will be dropped that makes me think, yeah, okay. But then almost immediately that revelation is wrecked by them saying, and now I'm doing a course, and now I've developed software, and now. You don't need half of that shit. You don't. There are enough free resources on YouTube to figure out how to get started on eBay without you paying a cent. And even some of my videos, though poorly put together, will explain how to do stuff. It's just more, I like talking as opposed to preparing stuff. I did that for a couple of years when I was a teacher. Not a school teacher, an adult educator for literacy and computer skills. I did that for a couple of years, and whilst I'm qualified to do it, I prefer just talking to you guys and having open and honest conversation about it. So yeah, that would be my other thing too. Just don't trust everything that some flapping head on bloody YouTube's talking about. If they're not transparent about oh, I want to sell you a course at the end of this, or I want to show you how successful I am setting up a store for someone I love, but then they show you the name of the store and all the channel followers go to it and subscribe to the channel. The eBay store. I think with stuff like that, it needs to be, I set up a eBay store and I made it successful. And by the way, I did it 6 months ago, and be filming in the background. Otherwise, I do think there's nothing wrong with starting up an eBay store from scratch for the sake of a video and showing the store name if you want to, but showing every step. Okay, guys, and screen recordings. Okay, guys, I'm about to start the eBay store. I am clicking onto eBay. I am now putting in, the store name, Uncle Flip's Used Cars. There is no store by that name unless you're about to call it on me. But, that's what I would do for my die-cast cars. I'd set that up, and then I'd go, okay, now this is how I sign up to eBay. Anyone who's new, this is how I do it. I think stuff like that and not charging a cent, that is informative, and I think it's helpful. So that is something else to consider. Do look around for free resources. Okay. And I won't ever hide anything like that behind a paywall, even if I went to the trouble of figuring it out. I don't think I ever will. But if we figure something like that out, we'll try to make it readily available. Because I shouldn't even go there, because I'm not going to do it. I can't be bothered. I'm busy enough as it is. I've got my own full-time reselling business. I've got you beautiful people to talk to. And it's hard to believe, but I probably put about 2 hours a day. If I'm filming while I'm picking, just know that once I get back home from going out and thrifting or whatever, minimum I have is another hour. So YouTube takes up, though I am still working and doing my thing and, flapping my gums, it probably takes me about 3 hours of every day. And I love it. All right. So, by the way, guys, I can see some of the channel members have upgraded and renewed. So I just want to acknowledge that, I do appreciate it, guys. Thank you so very much. I better move that corner. Otherwise which way? Okay, there we go. You'll see something moving in the corner. All right. So let's have a quick look here. We're going to quickly go to the comments section here, and we're going to check things out, check it out. Okay. So, there's a couple of comments here that we're just going to go through and have a little bit of fun with. So I am seeing some comments here. I was wearing a Queensland t-shirt in the last video, and Dwathani said, Wearing the Queensland shirt, Uncle Flip, you got something to announce or maybe manifesting? I have made no secret of the fact I'd love to live in Queensland. I think it's beautiful. My green screen is falling. It's about to collapse, and that will be even funnier. Hang on, I've got to save the day here. There we go, and that's where the coffee spilt, so you'll have coffee on a beach maybe with me. Okay, so you got something to announce or maybe manifesting. I love Queensland. I love Geelong too, just the winter is horrible, and I don't know how I would feel about... I don't know. I just, the older I get, the more I struggle with the cold and my arthritis and all that sort of stuff. So, mate, I do want to live up there. I'd love to manifest it. I'd need more money. It's my first year of being, full-time employed as a reseller. I don't think my figures would stand me in good stead to, one, this place here that you can't see at the moment, but you've been in the unit before. It's mine and Ali's. We're not renting here, and I would prefer to be able to buy up in Queensland something small. Real estate is cheaper, but once again, with my first year of reselling income, I doubt anyone would give me a loan. So, or without it being a high interest, high risk loan. So there you go. If you hear stuff grumbling, it's my tummy. I'm quite hungry. It's 1:30. I haven't had lunch yet. Okay, so Hilly, channel member, said Yoshi's my favorite character in Super Mario because I, picked up some Yoshi plush. Sandra says, love your Elmo. So guys, he may not actually show up because he's got blue binding tape because I had to weigh him. So it's a giant Tickle Me Elmo plush. And I was weighing him, and to put him on the scales, I had to sort of convince him to do yoga. So yeah, he's cute. I'm going to list him for $199. He works. He is massive. He's massive. From memory, let's have a quick look here. 20. Okay, he's bigger. He's being listed as a 28-inch plush. I'm going to have to list him, measure him again. I believe he's actually longer than that. So, and to give you guys an idea, 28 is already 70 centimeters tall. So yeah, he looks like a small child when you sort of prop him up to stand next to you. Now, let's have a quick Bo Peep up here. Dashboard. Okay, so Bianca's asking, where do I get my Care Bears from? She can't find any. Bianca, I just find them. I call and they come to me. Care Bear. I'm not finding them that often at the moment either. It's one of those things, I guess, too, like, not that I'm one of the bigger resellers or anything like that. I think we're doing well, but some people will now be looking for Care Bears because they see me waving them around. Guys, when you do see me in stuff like that, please, please, please be aware that, Care Bears are just one of those things that I love. I think they're cute as hell. Personally, I own 3 of them, and they were all gifted. They're just off camera. They were all given to me by you guys. All the ones I own in my store are ones that I found on the hunt, and I buy them whenever I see them unless they're ridiculously expensive. I've got a soft spot for them. The colours tickle my little autistic head. I like them. So just know, I found a lot at Savers. Typically, I'll pay anywhere from $3 to $6 per Care Bear, and then my return on them is anywhere from, say, $22 to $40 odd. All right. Rhiannon says the curry that I had in the start of the last video looked good. So thank you. And yes, you do need to go through your son's Nerf guns. Guys, the Nerf guns, don't sleep on them. I'm surprised. Don't sleep on them. I've been comping them. Look for them. Do check them. Don't just grab them because they're Nerf. But as I do say, and every time I'm in a Savers or a busy op shop, don't get a basket. That's a rookie. If they've got trolleys, take a trolley. All right? If they've got stuff that you think you like the look of, shove it all into your trolley. Some people may look at that and go, oh, that's poor form. Then you don't leave stuff for other people. Yeah, but I will when I decide I don't want it. At the end of the day, it's how I feed myself. It's how I put the roof over my head. don't begrudge me the chance to earn some money. So that is just something to be aware of. Let's go back here. I'm looking past you, because the camera's hanging down in front of the screen, so I can't see everything. Latest comments, let's have a look here. Not all these will be member comments, so that's good. We can go through and have a look here. Suze, Dreamer Suze, whose question I was answering. Thank you so much for pulling apart the small mailer. I pulled apart a small eBay, the extra small padded mailer, fixed rate, and then I ran it underwater to see how well it held up. It does not hold up to water very well. And yeah, she said, now thinking I might not trust it for anything that's already sealed in now thinking I might not trust it for anything that isn't already sealed in plastic, as I know that some couriers just leave parcels in places unprotected from weather. I agree. I do agree with that, mate, and I'm giving it a little thumbs up now. And Rumble H5001 asks, talking about Korean movies, because I love Korean movies, have you watched Old Boy? Yes, I have. Guys, I'll watch Old Boy. Oh, it's intense. So other good movies that you could look out: Train to Busan, Old Boy, Mother, Barking Dogs Never Bite, and of course the amazing Academy Award-winning Parasite, just to name a few. Monster horror or monster movies, The Host is fantastic as well, and there's a whole heap of Korean stuff on Netflix at the moment, so check that out. Thanks for that comment though, Rumble. I do appreciate it. I think it's bloody cool. This is one that kind of sucked a little bit here. Now, not by the comment, but let's have a look here. So we were talking about things going quiet, okay? And Raucous Reg, thank you, mate, for writing in. Wrote, I went 10 days without a sale recently, which is heartbreaking. I try to maintain a number of listings, end and relist on a 3-month rotation, with some things getting a 1-day rest, some weeks or months. Sometimes I slip a new item in, hence the month's break. As long as sales are normal, I have a constant trickle of new items going live, but the last few months have been quiet. So that one there, like, I'm just quickly popping an answer in. I have been there too, mate. It can be a really slow time of the year at the moment, and I've just sent that live as we are talking, so hopefully you'll see both the comment. I'm not going to snip the people's comments like some people do. That would add a lot to the editing, and like I said, I already spend sometimes up to 3 hours a day, and that's just me going blah, blah, blah. Okay, Lee writes, Lee1113 writes, I'm doing bookwork that I've put off for too long. When done, the relief will be amazing. No more I should be doing that bookwork, and then I can list on the weekend. Bless your heart, mate. And absolutely, that is a great feeling, and I'm glad that you're on top of it. I am not on top of it. Okay, so Michelle P, 7960, good friend, writes, I just went into the business policies and changed my Australia Post eBay postage labels and got 2 sales. Maybe eBay are pushing their labels at the moment. Possibly, mate, but at the end of the day too, I was thinking about that just before I started this recording. I was thinking about like all the different bits and pieces that we do assume that eBay is thinking as though it's a sentient creature. At the end of the day, the eBay wants you to sell, because if you sell, they make money. And I used to think like they're punishing me, and it feels like they are punishing me. But at the end of the day, it's detrimental to them to not let me have sales, to move sales away from me. So I think it is just more, it's about how people are listing better than me. Maybe not necessarily what I'm doing in the back end. They want me to make money. Yes, that someone who's got a higher promo listing rate will make more, because eBay will make more. But I don't know. It's one of those weird ones. They want everyone to make money because they need new items listed constantly on there. It's a monster. They've got to feed it. Okay, so let's see here. No, that one has been dealt with. That was actually good. Major Lurker gave some really good feedback on that one. It's just about the free postage, and it's on the video titled, How Long Will It Take to Become a Full-Time Reseller? So look out for that one. Okay, let's have a look here. Some of these go a little bit back. And someone said, I had my live taken off me for a while, so you guys reached out and were just very, very kind. I had to do pre-recorded videos like this one is, but I also do live. I'll be doing some In fact, if I can get my listing done very quickly, I'll be doing some shortly. So stand by to stand by. You guys won't know that until after the fact, but I'll probably hop on and do stuff pretty soon. All right, so we've gone a little bit back now on some of the bits and pieces there that you guys have been asking. And yeah, one thing here, Bianca did ask previously, what's your advice on becoming a full-time reseller when you have a mortgage and life expenses? I was thinking of doing because I am not getting enough work. And Flipdog actually gave a really good answer. Don't do it. The world's sliding into a period of recession, and that it's going to get tough. It is going to get tough. So you need to find things that people actually need or really, really want. And sometimes that won't be a Care Bear. But yeah, I would suggest to everyone, unless you are really, really raking it in, don't go through the level of risk I did. Keep working part-time or full-time if you can get that income. Now that, just because of the crap that goes on in my head, it wouldn't be good for me. But yeah, reselling as a side hustle until you're 100% sure is certainly the best way to go about it. The rest of it is just general comments that I've got here that wouldn't make a great deal of sense to people because they're about videos that are 2 weeks old and sometimes older. Don't think that if you are putting if you're putting comments on and you don't see a response from me immediately, as the channel gets bigger, it feels like YouTube is hiding some of the stuff. Not deliberately, it's just getting buried, which is a beautiful way of the whole channel growing. But yeah, but do trawl through the comments because you guys are writing some really, really good comments in there. And include, like, I'm going to read this one out. This is from 2 weeks ago. So I said, I'm looking at exploring free postage. Not that I want to do it, because I don't want to do it, but do you? Why? You know, let me know. And Troy Thompson wrote, no way I would do it. I will spend over 30 grand on postage this year. Even with free postage combined in the price, people will still try to send low offers. Yes, that. At least with low offers, I'm still guaranteed my $11 postage fee on top of that offer if I decide to accept it. I'd rather the guarantee my customers will cover that 30 grand postage cost throughout the year. Yes. Example, let's have a look here. It's not too much to go. Example, if I have an item for $40 free post or $30 with post, buyers are still going to throw out an offer of $20. Note, I am a clothing reseller. Dude, perfect. Perfectly worded. You covered every sentiment that I have, and I have never expressed that one. Customers are still going to lowball you. So it's just something to consider, guys. You're still going to be lowballed, and then even worse, you have to decide, do I take that? And I still have to pay for the shipping? No, screw that. I don't want to do that. That was a good answer, Troy. And Emusaurus, who has been with the channel forever, agrees 100% this. I used to do free posts and would piss me off when I got a $5 offer on something that cost $9 to ship. At least with plus post, buyers might buy more to take advantage of combined shipping. It's also a really valid comment there. You guys are awesome. I'm going to wrap this one up, guys. I hope that it has been helpful. I hope that if you are watching me on Sunday, I hope you have a great day. I'll be at the offsite, hopefully picking. I only got 2 sales overnight, maybe 3. Not worth me going to the offsite. So I'm going to be doing some listing. I'll be going live later. And I can't wait to be communicating with you guys on the live and going back through these. And as always, all of my my communication details are at the end of the video. And also, please do take the time to have a quick look through the names scrolling. They are people who have committed to the channel membership, and I really do appreciate it. So until next time, guys, I'm Tori. Subscribe, let people know, please, or just at the very least, give us a little thumbs up. I do appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next video, okay? Bye.